Hi, my name is Aoife Hegarty. I'm a solicitor in the property department at MKB Law. Today I'm going to be going over some tips for people who are planning to buy a new build property in a development. So once you find your perfect home, the next step will be to sign a reservation agreement. On signing the reservation agreement, you'll pay a reservation fee, which will be around £500 or £1,000. From signing the reservation agreement, you'll then have 6 to 8 weeks to provide the developer with a signed contract. The developer will also expect a 10% deposit, so it's very important that you have your finances in order. So if you are selling an existing home, it's important to get that on the market ASAP if you haven't already done so. Or if you're getting your finance through a Help to Buy ISA or Lifetime ISA, it's very important that those accounts are closed in advance and that the bonuses are requested. It's also very important that you have your mortgage offer and all sorted well in advance of completion. It's important that you know what exactly you're purchasing in the property. So at the start of the transaction, you will be given the list price of the property. However, on completion, you may have to pay more in terms of extras. These extras can include stuff such as an extra socket in one of the rooms, or it could be that you perhaps want a sunroom or a garage built as well. So the final amount that will be payable on completion will be provided in a final account. It's very important that you look through this final account and make sure that everything in it has been agreed with the builder. If you have any queries, you should raise this with your solicitor immediately. So it's very important to make sure that the property is protected by an insurance-backed warranty scheme. The most common warranty scheme is NHBC. This can provide cover for structural defects for 10 years. For the first 2 years, this will cover both major and minor structural defects, and then for the next 8 years, it will be major structural defects only. It's very important that your property is registered with a warranty provider, especially if you're getting a mortgage, as a lender will require this. So in a new build development, a management company will be formed, and its functions will include ensuring the common areas and making sure that the development is in good and tidy condition. As one of the owners of the properties in the development, you will become a shareholder in the management company. As a shareholder, you will have to pay towards the costs and expenses of the management company. This is in the form of an annual service charge. The other owners of the properties will also have to pay the service charge. The service charge may be payable on completion, so this is something to check on the final account. When the property is close to completion, we would recommend that you visit the property and make sure that everything's working okay. So if you go in and check that the taps are working fine, check the light switches to make sure electricity and all is working, and let us know if there's any problems. If there are still minor items that are outstanding, you're still obligated to complete on the completion date. If there are these minor items outstanding, you should write up a snagging list to the developer, and they are obligated to comply with this within a reasonable period of time of completion. Developers will use their best endeavours to make sure that the property is ready on the completion date or before the completion date. Unfortunately, some circumstances can arise which may cause delay. Reasons for this can include availability of materials, the weather, or a global pandemic. You should take this into consideration, especially if you're planning to sell your existing property. Unfortunately, you will not be able to rescind your contract in these circumstances, and you will not be entitled to compensation for your deposit. In new build developments, it's important that there are easements contained within your transfer deed. This can include rights of way over the roads until they're adopted, or rights of way over private laneway or access way. If you have any concerns about this, raise it with your solicitor. In the transfer deed, there will also be covenants, which you will enter into with the transferor and the management company. It's important that you read through these and make sure that there are no covenants that may impede your enjoyment of the property. Hopefully you found our tips very useful. If you're planning on purchasing a new build property and have any questions or want further information on our services, please feel free to contact us.